All right, everyone out there drinking across America, your host Ron Antonori coming back at you with another episode. This week we're in West Point, Georgia, and you can see behind me the Chattabrewchee Brewing Company. It is the first, and as far as I know, still only female veteran-owned brewery in the United States. That's right, it is a female veteran-owned brewery, so that is one reason to come on out and check out their beers. I'm up here in West Point, Georgia this afternoon. We're going to go inside, we're going to check it out, see what they have to offer, and I'll be reporting back to you throughout the day. As you can see right here, it is a serve yourself, self-serve beer wall. So you can pick your beer, you can pick how much of it you want. You can see the great selection of beers that they have on tap. IPAs, gingerbread brown ale, double IPA. I see a cucumber basil cream ale. That may be pretty good. A coffee white stout. That's definitely different. Gonna have to try that. A peach habanero toxic masculinity IPA. And from what I hear, they just tapped that one yesterday. So that is going to be a very fresh beer, and probably the first one I'm going to try this afternoon. So we'll go ahead and show you how it's done here. We go ahead and insert our card, just like that. Screen welcomes us. As you can see, go up, take the handle. Get as much or as little beer as you want to put in the glass. So you can pick 1 ounce, 2 ounces, 4 ounces. If you want a whole pint, go for it. Serve on your bill. And as you can see, it shows you how many ounces you've poured and how much your bill is. So you know how much you're paying for each and every beer that you're drinking, how many ounces you help yourself, and then you enjoy some good fresh beer. That happened to be the Backwater Blonde right there. It is a 5.5% ABV, 13 IBUs. It is a very light blonde beer, as its name ensues. The one I'm really wanting to try is going to be that peach habanero. So I'll be coming back at you as I serve myself up a few more beers and get ready to review them for you guys. So just hang on out there. We'll be coming back at you, drinking across. All right, everyone out there drinking across America. Your host, Ron Antonori, coming back at you from the Chattabrewchee Brewhouse in downtown West Point, Georgia. Right here I've got their very own Backwater Blonde Ale. As you can see, it's a very light, golden blonde coloring, therefore its namesake. It does come in at 5% ABV. And it has a 13 IBU, so it should be a pretty smooth drinking beer along the light side. I would probably recommend it. It is definitely crisp and clean. As I was saying, I would highly recommend it to those of you that like the Bud Lights, the Miller Lights, Coors Lights, Mick Ultras, the domestic beers, so to speak. If you're a fan of those and that's what you drink, I would highly recommend, if you want to try craft beers, come on up here to Chattabrewchee Brewing Company. Get you a glass of the Backwater Blonde. I guarantee you'll enjoy it. It's as crisp and clean as a Bud Light, Miller Light, Coors Light, but it's got a lot more flavor. And actually, it's got more alcohol too. That's right, coming in at 5% alcohol, 5% ABV, alcohol by volume. Whereas the Miller Lights, Coors Lights, Bud Lights, they come in at maybe 4.2%. Okay? So you've got them beat on the alcohol, but you still got the great taste that you would have from a light tasting beer. All right, everyone out there drinking across America, following me as I am drinking across America, coming at you from West Point, Georgia, at the Chattabrewchee Brewing Company this week. Right now, the second beer that I am trying out here at Chattabrewchee Brewing Company is the Peach Habanero Toxic Masculinity. It is an IPA coming in at a pretty hefty 9% alcohol by volume. So, as you can see, it's a little peachy colored, so to speak. You know, it's got that little peach color to it that you would expect. You definitely get the peach scent. I'm really not getting the habanero. I hope that I get it in the taste. We shall see. Get the peach, you get that peach flavor at the beginning, definitely. You definitely get that peach flavor at the beginning, followed by the habanero, but it's not an overwhelming habanero. I was expecting a little bit more. There comes another little wave of peach. Not knocking it, very good beer. Good flavor to it, you know, peach, habanero, IPA. If you don't like the hoppy ones like I don't, if you like more fruit, a little more flavor, maybe a little spice to it, I would definitely give this beer right here a try. 9% alcohol, you definitely don't need more than one or two of them. So you're sitting around with your buddies enjoying the game. You know, we got some hockey going on this afternoon, so, you know, come and enjoy Peach Habanero Toxic Masculinity. Everyone's talking about the toxic male. That's the play on words of this toxic masculinity. If you're man enough to come on up here to West Point, Georgia, try you some Peach Habanero. You'll be glad you did. All right, everyone drinking across America. Ron Antonori coming back at you, West Point, Georgia, Chattabrewchee Brew Company. And right now, the third beer that I'm going to try this afternoon is their Deep Thoughts Amber. It comes in at a 5.6% alcohol by volume. You can see by the nice red coloring. Very nice little head, little malty coloring to it. Oh yeah, you can definitely smell the caramel. Smells good. Looking forward to tasting it, giving it the ultimate test. Oh yeah. The caramel flavor definitely comes out in this beer. Smooth drinking, 5.6% alcohol by volume, so it's not too heavy, not too light, kind of in the medium range. Smooth caramel flavoring, so if you like caramel flavored amber ale, you will like this beer by Chattabrewchee Brewing Company. Light, refreshing. Well, I can't really say light, refreshing, but it is not. It is a flavorful beer. Very flavorful. Nice caramel flavor. Be perfect beer for those fall and winter nights. Want to have a beer or two, staying inside, trying to stay warm. That's definitely one that you want to try. Now we're going to, that's definitely one that you want to try. Now we're going to go on to the fourth of the 12 beers that are here at Chattabrewchee. So we're going to get through all 12 of them before the end of the day. Right now we are on number 4. It is the Crow Hop IPA. Coming in at 7.3% alcohol by volume. This smells a little piney. I got some citrus in there. Smells like it could be a citrusy IPA. I don't know much about it. Other than I am going to go ahead and giving every beer here a shot. So we're going to see what this one tastes like. That is a very hoppy IPA. Not a big fan of the hoppy IPAs. I would recommend it to those of you that do like the more hoppy, flavorful IPAs. It is still like coming in at 7.3% ABV, so it's not too hard, not too heavy where you can't enjoy 2 or 3 of them. We'll go ahead and finish this one. Yeah, definitely not a favorite one of mine, but just because I don't like it doesn't mean that you don't like it out there. You know, there's so many different beer styles and beer flavors out there, and that's what this show is all about, trying to showcase all of the styles of all the breweries all across America. So it doesn't matter whether you're up in Maine, out in Kansas, down in Florida, out in California, up in Washington, even out in Hawaii, up in Alaska, wherever you may be, anywhere across America. I'm going to be coming to a brewery near you. Let me know where you want to see me. Let me know where you want me to be drinking across America at. And who knows, you could be selected to come on and take me on a tour, co-host our show with me, showing us around to your favorite brewery in your town. And the only way you can do that is by commenting below, sending your comments, sending your emails to me. Let me know where you want me to be. You can send them to drinkingacrossamerica@gmail.com. And let me know what breweries you want me to go to, what beers you want me to try, because that's what this show is all about. You, the drinkers across America, you beer lovers out there, you wine lovers, you liquor lovers, because I'm not just staying with breweries. If you like wineries, your favorite winery, your favorite distillery, if it's a local place to where you're at and it's one of your favorites, let me know about it. I want to come and do a show, I want to do an episode, and I want to showcase your favorite place to be drinking across America. Here in West Point, Georgia at the Chattabrewchee Brewing Company. Now, the next beer on the list, we are going down the list, man, right down the wall of beers. And the next one we are doing is the Pucker Up Gose. And I'm not a big fan of the Goses because I am not a fan of sours. But hey, I'm willing to try any beer once. For you, the American people out there drinking across America, I will try any beer at least once. So here we go. It comes in at a 4.5% ABV, so fairly light like most Goses. You can smell, definitely smell, it smells like watermelon. That is not bad. That is actually very, very smooth. Doesn't make you pucker up at all. Didn't make me pucker up, and I'm not a fan of sours. They normally make me if it makes me pucker up immediately, I don't want no part of it. You know, it's just like biting into the pine cone, the piney IPAs. I don't want no part of those. That's just a little too heavy of a flavor profile for me to want to handle. I like to flavor more of the beer, taste more of the beer in my beer. This Gose is actually pretty good. It doesn't make you pucker up as the name implies. I can't really put a handle on what it actually is, though, what fruit it is. I do want to say that is a watermelon, though. It is some kind of melon. It's hard to tell. I'm definitely going to have to find out, and when I do, I will let you know. Because I want to keep you people informed out there drinking across America as to what these true profiles are in these beers. I want to let you know as much as I can so you can make your choice. Come on and try them. If you're ever traveling across America and you're wondering where you can stop to drink across America, this show is for you. And that's what my goal is to bring you the best breweries, wineries, and distilleries all across America. This is the second beer that caught my attention when I walked in the door. The first was the Peach Habanero Toxic Masculinity. And then I laid my eyes upon this light-colored beauty. And what it is a coffee white stout. That's right, this is a stout, everybody. A white stout. So, as you can see, very light color. Does not look like a stout at all. You definitely smell the coffee in it. You can tell that it is coffee scented, coffee flavored. Definite strong coffee scent to it. That is amazing. It's got the coffee flavoring that you would expect from a stout, but it is a lot lighter. Of course, by the coloring, it is not only colored lighter than a dark stout, but it is a lot lighter flavored, a lot lighter going down, a lot smoother of a beer. And stouts are generally, unless you're drinking a Guinness is a very smooth stout. A lot of people don't like it because of the creaminess. It is one of my favorite stouts to this day. And yes, it is a big commercial brand, but hey, it is one of the best in the world. It is the oldest stout in the world. You definitely want to check it out. If you're ever over in Dublin, Ireland, I suggest you go take a tour of the Guinness Brewery. A lot of history there. You can learn how to pour the perfect Guinness and actually get certified by the Guinness Brewery. So if you're a big fan of Guinness, you're ever over in Ireland, make the trip, check out the Guinness Brewery. But getting back to this beer, this white stout, coffee white stout, very good, very light. Definite coffee flavoring to it. Definitely comes highly recommended. I would give it 2 pints up. Drinking across America, coming at you with the, what is it, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So, number 7 here we've got is the Cucumber Basil Cream Ale. Now, I've had some good orange cream ales. Now, Cucumber Basil Cream Ale is something that I don't know, man. That's definitely different. Never hear of a Cucumber Basil Cream Ale. Definitely got the cucumber flavor scent to it. You can see it's light, kind of creamy. Let's see what it tastes like. That's what the all important is all about. It starts off with a cucumber flavor. Then you get the basil aftertaste. Very light beer. Comes in at 5.9% alcohol, so it's surprisingly strong for its light, flavorful, light tasting as it is. You would not expect it being an almost 6% alcohol beer. Definitely goes down smooth and refreshing. Good beer all in all. I would give it 2 pints up. If you like cucumbers, you like basil, you like something light but yet creamy and flavorful, I would definitely go with the cucumber basil cream ale. You got the cucumber flavor, you've got the basil flavor, so you know it's going to be light. You know it's going to be light right there because of those 2 ingredients. And then being a cream ale, that means it's even going to be, that adds just a little creaminess to it. Of course, cream ale, creaminess. It's probably got a little bit of lactose in it to make it a cream ale. So you get a little bit of that milky flavoring with it, which is perfect for the spring, which we've got. I mean, this is like springtime weather coming up here in Georgia. I mean, we've been in the 70s, almost 80s for a couple days. Been kind of chilly yesterday and today, only in the 50s and 60s. Tomorrow we're back up in the 70s. So, it's kind of a springtime kind of weather, so that's a perfect beer to drink with the springtime kind of weather coming up. Next on the list, we've got the Raspberry Hefeweizen. I'm a big fan of Hefeweizens. When I was down to West Palm Beach, Florida, I drank a lot of Hefeweizens, a lot of the lighter beers, because warmer climate, you don't want to drink your stouts. You don't want to drink your porters down there. They're too heavy. They're more of a winter kind of weather. Hefeweizens are perfect. They're a wheat beer. So they are brewed with wheat. So they are a little bit more of a cloudy coloring to them. People wonder, they look at them sometimes like, oh man, that doesn't look clear. What's all that floating in there? What's in that beer? It's like, well, it's just the wheat. It's because it's brewed from wheat. You're going to have the wheat particles in the beer. It gives it more of a wheaty flavor, so it's not so hoppy, it's not so malty, it's more wheaty. So this is a Raspberry Hefeweizen coming in at 5.1%, excuse me, 5.1% alcohol by volume. So it is a moderate alcohol beer. You definitely smell the raspberries. They did come across first. Definitely interested in trying out the Raspberry Hefeweizen. I have tried not a banana, it's a banana Hefeweizen from a brewery down the street. I say down the street, probably about 40 miles from here, Omaha, Georgia, Omaha Brewing Company, which I will be bringing a special from there to you, the people, sometime in the near future, because I have been having some requests to go down to Omaha Brewing Company. But right now we are at the Chattabrewchee Brewing Company, as you see right here, home of the possum. And we're going to go ahead and give their Raspberry Hefeweizen a taste. I like that. It's got to be one of my favorite ones, probably my favorite one so far out of the beers. Oh yeah, that raspberry just hit me again in the aftertaste. That is excellent. As you can see, a very clean beer. Oh yeah, nice coloring to it. Very nice beer. Definite 2 pints, 2 thumbs up. Literally 2 glasses up. Okay. That was a good beer. Raspberry Hefeweizen from Chattabrewchee Brewing Company. We're going to come back at you drinking across America. We'll be right back after this short message. All right, all you drinkers across America, back at you once again. We're continuing on here at Chattabrewchee Brewing Company in West Point, Georgia. Right now, we're going to try their IPA Noir. It comes in at 7.4% ABV. It smells kind of caramelly. Smells like it could be a combination of a brown ale and an IPA. The only way to find out is by giving it the ultimate taste test. It's got a very light IPA flavor to it. You can taste the hop in it, but it does have a caramel flavoring. It does come off to me as caramel flavoring. It's interesting. It's definitely different flavor. To have a hoppy flavor along with a caramel flavor, what I perceive as caramel. It may or may not be. But I definitely, it smells and it tastes like caramel to me. It's different. I would recommend it to all my beer drinkers out there following me and drinking across America. If you like trying new, different, and interesting kind of beers, the IPA Noir at Chattabrewchee Brewing Company would definitely be up your alley. And coming in at 7.4% alcohol by volume, it still packs pretty good punch, but still smooth enough, light enough, where you can drink more than one, and it probably just creeps up on you, which is the best kind of beer. All right, we are winding down. We are coming down into the final home stretch here. I've got 3 more beers coming at you. The number 10 beer on my list is the Toxic Masculinity. It is the big brother to the Peach Habanero Toxic Masculinity that we tried earlier. This one is just a regular double IPA coming in at 9% alcohol by volume. As you can see, it's got a nice coloring to it. That actually doesn't smell very hoppy. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking it's going to have a little citrusy flavoring to it. Definitely tell almost immediately that it is a double IPA. The alcohol flavoring, the alcohol content comes across very, very quickly. This, you can taste the alcohol in it. It's like a liquor kind of way. Even for just being a 9% alcohol, I can taste the alcohol in this beer. Not saying that's a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to have everybody out there writing in, calling in, emailing me, whatever, and saying, you're talking like having a lot of alcohol in the beer is a bad thing. No, it is never a bad thing. I'm just stating that I can actually taste the alcohol in this beer. You may or may not. I can. Not saying that it doesn't make it for a smooth tasting double IPA, because it is a smooth tasting double IPA. I would want to have 1 or 2 of these when I'm hanging out with my friends. I'll recommend it to all my friends that like IPAs, like double IPAs. 9% alcohol. You can't go wrong. All you need is probably 2 of them. You drink 2 of these, that's equivalent to what? You just drank 4 or more Bud Lights or Budweisers. So that's why craft over crap every day. And you want to stay drinking local as you go drinking across America. If you're traveling, you want to try your local breweries, your local wineries, your local distilleries. And I want to bring them all to you, the American public, as I am drinking across America, showing you where to go, what beers to try, and giving you my little take of the flavors of the beers drinking across America, which will be coming back to you right after this. Back at you at Chattabrewchee Brewing Company in West Point, Georgia. We're down to the final 2 of 12 that they have here at Chattabrewchee for all of you drinkers across America. That's right there. Chattabrewchee Brewing Company, America's first and only female active duty military owned brewery. So, if you're an American patriot and you love America and you love beer and you're ever in the southeast in Georgia or Alabama, you definitely want to make the short trip here to West Point, Georgia and check out Chattabrewchee Brewing Company. And I'm coming back at you now with number 11. This is the Brute IPA, coming in at 6.5% alcohol by volume. You can definitely tell that it is a champagne-styled beer. It does have that champagne kind of scent to it. You see it kind of looks a lot like champagne there. Yep. So, if it looks like champagne, it swirls like champagne, it smells like champagne, it's probably champagne. So, but it's an IPA, so it's not really champagne. It is beer. They have gotten the balance of this down pat, man. I mean, it's not too broody, it's not too champagne-y, and it's not too IPA. It's the perfect combination of hops and the champagne yeast. I'm thinking. And it comes across perfect. They've combined it perfectly. It is light, it is refreshing. 6.5% alcohol by volume, so it's definitely going to be a beer that will go down smooth. It is smooth. It's not too bitter. It doesn't come off too champagne-y, which can be a turn off. I'm not a big fan of champagne. It's a little bitter for me, a little soured, I guess, tart, soured, maybe. But this Brute IPA does come off extremely well. Very, very well balanced. So if you're ever out on a Sunday afternoon, I would suggest probably mixing that, pour a little bit of orange juice in there, and you have you a beer tail. You got a beer cocktail. Instead of serving a regular mimosa at your bar or restaurant on a Sunday afternoon, pair up the Brute IPA with some orange juice. Pour some orange juice in it, and make a Brute IPA mosa. Just a little fruit for thought there. Food for thought, so to speak. Or drink for thought. As we drink across America, I'm going to come back at you. We're going to finish the 12th and final beer. And I actually blew the keg, so I don't have a whole lot of it to try, but I've got enough for a little taste here. It is the gingerbread brown ale. As you can see, brown ale. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, yeah. That's definitely got the gingerbread flavoring to scent to it. Comes in at a pretty modest 6% alcohol by volume, so 6% ABV, not too bad. Let's see if the gingerbread scent carries over into the gingerbread flavoring. Most definitely. It does have the hint of the gingerbread. The longer it sits, the more gingerbread flavoring you get, the more gingerbread taste you get. Very good. Another 2 pints up for that beer, let me tell you. Another good one from here at Chattabrewchee Brewing Company. Just like all of their beers, they are all excellent. So if you're ever in the West Point, Georgia area, be sure to stop on by Chattabrewchee Brewing Company. It is also Georgia's only self-serve beer wall where you get to serve yourself as much of the beer as you want. So, besides being the only active duty female-owned brewery in America, this is Georgia's only free pouring beer wall where you help yourself to it. So all of you drinkers across America, you want to keep drinking across America, make your stop here in West Point, Georgia, and check out the Chattabrewchee Brewing Company. Until next time, this is your host, Ron Antonori, coming at you, telling you, stay safe, drink craft, not crap, and salute.
Yeah.
All right, all you drinking across America fans out there, I'm sitting here with Michael, the owner, one of the owners of the Chattabrewchee Brewing Company here in West Point, Georgia. Him and his wife actually own it. He is a veteran of the United States military, and she currently serves in the military.
Correct.
And she is currently stationed.
She's in Korea.
She is in Korea at this time.
We're the only brewery in America owned by an active duty woman.
That is cool. That is
What are there? 7,000? Over 7,000 breweries?
A bunch of breweries and only one. And that's amazing. You would think that somebody would have thought of opening one before now, you know. So what got you guys into wanting to open up a brewery? Were you guys interested in craft beers before that, or just...
Yeah, we were. Where I grew up in the upstate New York, Boston area, breweries have been around since childhood for me. And when I joined the Army, however many years ago, I guess it would be 23, 24 years ago now. I was stationed in the Deep South for most of that. And back then, in the mid-90s, there weren't any breweries to speak of. Fort Benning, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, etc. And so I kind of figured out if I wanted the same beers that I grew up with in college, say, for example, I would have to make them myself. And that's kind of how I started out. And that was great. And so it's so nice to see today that expansion of the craft beer down into this neck of the woods.
Yes, it is.
Really cool.
I've got to admit, Texas, I'm originally from outside Pittsburgh myself.
Oh, yeah?
I'm from Meadville, Pennsylvania, about 90 miles north. My dad, he's got family in upstate New York, Buffalo, Rochester, Batavia area. And we moved down here in 83. And I can remember, talking about this area. I mean, Opelika and Phoenix City, where I live, those were dry counties pretty much. You couldn't buy beer. Couldn't buy, and now it's like Opelika has a brewery. They've got a distillery. They've got another brewery opening up. It's like this whole area is just totally different.
We know those guys. We know those guys very well. We know the folks. Eric over at Resting Pulse, which is going to be opening. We know Carrie and the guys over at Red Clay. And we know the folks in the distillery as well. Yeah. And one of the things about that distillery is we use their barrels when we do our barrel age projects.
How long have you been open?
We've been open. This is, we'll be going on. It's been about a year and a half now. I was trying to do quick beer math in my head, exact months. It's been a year and a half. We're 100% self-financed, so everything that you might see here, it's our checkbook that put it all together. And so what really made us, we were the first brewery in Georgia, and as far as I know, with the side of a brew pub in Atlanta, we're the only brewery in Georgia that uses self-serve taps.
I like that. That is very interesting.
Well, it is interesting. So for craft beer guys like you come in and I'm sure you want to try, and you want to try every single beer we have. Well, here you can do it responsibly.
And you can pick how much or how
Right.
you want it.
So you can have 1, 2, 3 ounces of everything. Try all 12. What we generally see is individuals will come in and they'll just one or two. They'll find something they like and then they'll fill up with that. So that allows new craft beer drinkers who are trying to figure it out, experienced craft beer drinkers who are trying to see which one of our beers. And newbies, it's perfect for the craft beer newbie. It's kind of fruity and tropical. Or our new double IPA, it's called Toxic Masculinity.
I like to play on words, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
That really caught my eye.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, I lift weights, I eat nothing but red meat, I smoke cigars.
Like men should be men. I mean, we're men.
seven combat tours and
What's wrong with being a man?
Toxically masculine if you want.
What's wrong with being a man?
I don't care.
What is wrong with being a man?
I don't care. At the end of the day, hey, if you can do better than me, good luck.
Exactly.
Good luck. So we like toxic masculinities, play on words too. We think it's just funny, especially given the recent political shading commercials recently.
Really got with me.
So we're like, what? We're gonna own this. We're just gonna own it.
Exactly.
And I watched a certain shaving product commercial. I knew this
exactly
was coming out.
When I
I
saw
said,
that,
"You're going to name it toxic masculinity."
Mix them with peach, orange, mango, chocolate, and it settles out the bite.
The habanero, it cools off in all of our beers. It cools off after about 2 to 3 weeks.
It wasn't that heavy. To me, it wasn't that heavy of a habanero. From what Chris was saying, some people were saying it was a little too spicy for them. But it's like me, I got a little more of the peach, and then I got a habanero after flavor, and then the peach kind of came back again.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too strong of a spicy habanero, so it kind of balanced out well.
Well, he's very exact, the brewer. He's very exact. Pulls all the seeds out, skins them, so you get the habanero vegetal taste. Yeah. It's almost like a cooked pepper. Now, there's a little bit of hot to it.
Yeah, you taste a little bit of spice.
Yeah.
It's not overwhelming.
But he's wonderful. Doug, what he does, which we love, is he pays attention to his water going into the process, the exact temperature, the exact salts, double filtered, the exact pH. He really pays attention to those things, and it pays off. I mean, he makes good, clean beers. You're a beer critic. Call you a beer critic. I looked at your Kia out there, and you had every Georgia brewery sticker. Yeah, it's like, Art, we got a fan in the house here, and you paid us an incredible compliment 20 minutes ago when you said you tried all 12.
I saw that also one of your beers is the official beer of the National
Infantry Association. Yep. Blue cord, infantry soldiers wear blue cord right here. It's what distinguishes them, so it's kind of like a wraps around. And so we make blue cord IPA. And we went over to the National Infantry Association. We're 100% veteran owned.
Give you a little in with them.
Yeah, I retired a year and a half ago, right before we opened up, and I retired as a lieutenant colonel with 21 years. Kathy's still in; she's a major. I think she has 12. So, we had a little bit of leg to stand on to introduce ourselves, and so we presented their board with some beers, and they chose a blue cord IPA made with Simcoe hops in particular, and single malt, single hop. We're not hiding anything. It's single malt, single hop, Simcoe hop. Really good beer. What Doug can do with just one malt and one hop.
I know I tried it a couple months ago when I was up there. I was hoping to see it again.
We have a Southern Barrel batch of the brewing right now.
Oh, okay. I definitely have to come back and try it when it comes out again.
Might be able to pull some off the tank for you.
That'd be good. That would be awesome, man.
Right from the tank.
That would be cool to have it fresh from the tank before it's released to anyone else.
Yeah, I might pull one out while we're still filming.
So I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate talking to you. We'll talk to you soon. Well,
Killing. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go over here and check this out then. So we're going to give you a little tour around the Chattabrewchee Southern Brewhouse. This is where all the magic happens, right back here. We've got all the fermenters, all the kegs. We've got some beer brewing up, waiting to get delivered out to the beer-loving masses. As you can see, some state-of-the-art equipment straight from Psycho Brew in Michigan. They got a nice little setup out here, man. Some nice tables, chairs, seats you can sit around, enjoy yourself. Come in with your friends and family, enjoy a little Jenga, enjoy a little your favorite tunes, your favorite beers. Got going on down here, some more cool little area to sit. Got the couches for a little more comfort, a little more intimacy. Got the barrel-backed chairs for you. And here it is. This is what we were talking about earlier that we just tried. It is the Blue Cord, a beer for the Army infantrymen. Sample the National Infantry Museum's collaboration beer with Chattabrewchee Southern Brewhouse from West Point, Georgia. And that is the beer that we were talking about just a minute ago, me and Mike, that I got to try straight out of the barrel back there. And as you can see, they don't offer food here, but they do have delivery from any one of the local restaurants here in town. So you definitely want to be able to check out Chattabrewchee Southern Brewhouse in West Point, Georgia. If you're ever in the Atlanta, Columbus, LaGrange, West Point area, make it a point to show up.